What up, y'all? It's your boy Martin, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, good God Almighty. All right, y'all. It's early in the morning. I hopped on the YouTube, seeing what's going on. Prayers, of course, before anything. But I hopped on the YouTube to see what boxing news was going on, and I ran into a clip from none other than Showbiz, the adult. Now, before I say anything, let me just say that I like Showbiz. He has a good show, a great platform, a great following. No one gave him what he has, his following and everything that he's doing, the giveaways. I totally respect them. So I respectfully disagree in this matter, what he's talking about, right? So pretty much the video, it starts off with the little headliner saying that Canelo Alvarez brand is tainted, okay? Right away, I know what he's talking about, so I click on the video and I want to see what it is, right? So, first of all, Showbiz is throwing little lines out there, just talking smack, Canelo lifting your skirt, whatever he's talking about, I don't know. Didn't pay attention to that part, right? But then he showed a clip of David Benavidez saying that Canelo should be thanking him because Canelo Alvarez isn't asking $200 million to fight anyone else. And David Benavidez, the words came out of his own mouth. The sad thing is that Canelo will probably get the $200 million, right? Okay. So I first heard this and I was like, At first, I'm not going to front with you guys. I was like, okay. David Benavidez kind of has a point there because it's true. Canelo's not asking $200 million to fight anyone else, right? So that's looking at it from a fan's point of view. Those were my first thoughts, right? I was like, okay, I can't argue that. I don't think Canelo is scared of Benavidez. Let me just throw that out there right now. I personally think that Canelo stops David Benavidez if they were to fight, but that's for another subject. So I'm like, okay. But then I started looking at it from a business point of view. And I'm telling you guys, looking at it, the sport from a fan point of view and a business point of view, it's almost two whole different worlds. The stuff that they have relevant is obvious that it's boxing and the fighters involved, right? That has to do with boxing. But the business behind it, y'all got to remember, these guys do not put fights together based on they want to find out who the best is at this point. They put fights together and seeing where they can make the most income out of it, the biggest revenue. That's exactly why, they fight in certain places, why certain fighters fight in Las Vegas, certain fighters fight in Texas, New York, all over the place. There's a reason behind it because they look at the demographic, how much money they can make out of certain things, right? Now, from a business point of view, y'all got to remember, okay? Because at first that line could fool you. But let me be real with you. And Showbiz has to know this. He has to know this. Of course, Canelo is not saying he wants $200 million to fight anybody else. The people right now are not convinced that other people could beat Canelo right now. The people are convinced that David Benavidez could beat Canelo right now. So what is Canelo doing, in my personal opinion, and his team? At this point, they're using that as leverage. Like, okay, at this point, Canelo is at that Floyd Mayweather level. I'm not talking skill-wise, guys. Don't panic. But at that point where he can make whatever move he wants. And at this point, he's accumulated so many haters that people are willing to pay big money to see a chance at Canelo possibly losing and being dethroned, right? By David Benavidez is the guy they have hope in. Now, let's think about this for a minute. Think about it. At this point, and this is an honest question for a lot of you guys. Let's say that fight, they made the fight between Canelo and David Benavidez, but in making the fight, there was a rumor that the fight was going to cost $149.99. Think about that for a minute. It would be the most expensive pay-per-view to now, by far, by a large margin. But let me ask y'all a question. All right, let's keep it real. How many of y'all that want to see this fight that would, for the purpose of Canelo losing, because a lot of y'all think that David could beat him, and I'm not necessarily saying I don't think he can, but you know what I'm trying to say, would pay that amount of money at the chance at possibly seeing Canelo get knocked out or just beat in general? I guarantee you that there's a huge number of people. And I'm going back to the days of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. That pay-per-view was $100. I remember because I paid the $100. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first pay-per-view to cost that. Now, we're talking 11 years ago when that fight happened. You do not think that Canelo is taking the page out of that book? And I'm not going to call it the Floyd Mayweather book. I'm simply going to call it the big money book. You don't think that Canelo sees potential and his team sees potential and saying, okay, At this point, people want to see me lose. At this point, people just want to see me go down. They're tired of me, okay? They speak about me more than they do their other fighters, okay? Their favorite fighters, there's a threat that I might have beat them had I fought them, us both being our prime. I'm just picking at the minds of people at this point. How much are people willing to pay at the chance of seeing David Benavidez beat me? Let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. Let me tell y'all something. When I was more of a casual fan going way, way back in the day, I was like a Floyd Mayweather enemy, right? I could not wait to see Floyd Mayweather lose. And at that time, you know, it's when around the time he fought Oscar and everyone he was fighting at that time. When he fought Oscar, I said, ooh, Oscar's going to be the one to get him because of size, all that kind of stuff, whatever, right? At that time, I was so young, so naive, so a casual fan of the sport that they could have priced that pay-per-view at $200 and I would have paid it at the chance of seeing Floyd Mayweather losing at that time. Just keeping it real with you guys. So right now, I would have to say that Canelo is looking at this like a golden opportunity. He's looking at it from a business point of view. He's not looking at it from a fan's point of view. He's not looking out for the fans' best interests. Let's keep it real. He's looking out for his own interests. And let me just say, and not only for Canelo, for any fighter, they're inside of that ring, right? They're inside of the ring. They're putting the work in. They're throwing punches and taking punches. You know what I'm saying? They can make that calls. We don't always like it. It could affect your legacy in the long run. Nonetheless, it's their personal choice, right? So that's what I think is going on from it, looking at from a business point of view. Canelo sees the potential to make $200 million off of one fight, and could anyone name a fighter in the sport right now that would not jump at an opportunity to make $200 million in one fight? Let's keep it real. So that was just my response to Showbiz. My bad, y'all. I know the lighting is bad right now. That was just my response to Showbiz. The sun was coming. I barely noticed. Y'all probably didn't even see my face. But I disagree on this matter. I totally think that it's a business move from Team Canelo. Canelo is not concerned how, and I'm going to be real, Canelo is not concerned how casual boxing fans look at him right now. Even the other guys, perhaps, you know, he made his millions. He made history in a lot of ways. In his eyes, and in the eyes of many experts, Canelo is already an accomplished boxer. You think he give a damn what anyone thinks? Me, Showbiz, anyone else? No, he does not, and he shouldn't. But anyways, y'all, that was just my quick thought, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But what do you guys think? Let's, again, look at it from a business standpoint, okay? Don't look at it from a fan's point, but look at it from a business standpoint. If you have the chance to pull big, let me put it to you guys like this, okay? Let me put it to you like this. Let's just say, for example, that your line of work, you paint houses. All right, you paint houses. And let's just say that a real difficult house comes up that people don't think you're capable of doing on your own, okay? And they want to prove that you cannot do it on your own. They're willing to pay you to paint that house to see you fail, all right? And let's just say you see a golden opportunity because you're looking at this house like, what? Oh, this is the challenge? This is what I gotta do? Okay. And you say to them, yeah. You normally would charge 10 grand. Now you're charging 30 grand. Just because you see what they're trying to do, you see that they're willing, how far they're willing to go to see you fail. Therefore, they put the money up for that. You go in there, you get the job done. You just made triple what you would have made because you wanted to prove them wrong, and you took advantage of their desire to see you fail. That's exactly what is going on. In my personal opinion, I'm open for discussion. Drop a comment down below. Again, this is my response to the comments that Showbiz was saying on the Canelo, David Benavidez ongoing situation. Drop a comment, share this video, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's get this video, or this channel rather, popping. Much love to you guys. God bless y'all. Thanks for your continued support. Peace.